Hello, and welcome back to the Ambient Air Solutions YouTube channel. I'm Dylan,
I'm Garrett.
and today we're here to talk about something every father is familiar with, and that is your home thermostat.
The Ecobee products we have today, we're going to be showing you two. We have the Ecobee Lite, which is this cute little guy here. And then we will have the Ecobee Pro, which is a little heavier duty thermostat, a little higher quality. The difference between these two is the Ecobee Lite is similar to the P200. It's going to have all your basic functions. It's going to work for anything that you want to utilize it for. You'll still be able to hook it up to the app, have the Wi-Fi capabilities to operate it from across the country or your bedroom. The Pro has all the same capabilities, Wi-Fi, but it has a bunch of additional options you can add to it. We have the cute little room sensors that you can add additional room sensors into it that will help balance out the temperatures in the house. If you have some inconsistent temperatures upstairs, downstairs, you can install a few of these guys around and it'll average those together to make a better, comfortable living space. The other capabilities it has is when this guy is on, you can hook up a doorbell camera to it. When somebody rings that doorbell, it will display that camera on this thermostat. This one does not have that capability. So a couple of the big differences, the Pro has a lot more accessories that can be added to it. Now we're going to move on to the Ecobee product line. Of the two products we have the Ecobee Lite, and then we have the Ecobee Premium. These particular thermostats do not require batteries. They have internal batteries that will store all the data, and they get their power from the actual equipment. They also are designed to be very homeowner friendly, installation friendly, and they have a nice base plate that comes with it with a nice level on it, so that you can install it at home with the need not to have your own additional level. So you make sure it's straight and looks good. So I went ahead and installed the base plate. As you can see, we got a little level there that we utilized, and then we hooked up our wires. What we'll do now is we're going to install the actual thermostat, and when we put it in place, we'll go through the startup procedure and kind of the steps that it takes you through so that you can do this at home if you chose. Okay, now that we got the thermostat on, as you can see, brought us to the first page. Ecobee is a very welcoming thermostat. It'll talk to you and tell you hi and thank you, and it's very polite. So let's get started. And to get started, you just go ahead and click on the button. It'll go through a series of questions that we'll go ahead and answer. I'm going to answer them as if I'm the homeowner. Yes. So it will ask you specifically if there's a wire connected to this terminal. We do have that connected, so we say yes. And then it will show you the actual terminals that are connected and that it's reading. So then you can compare with what you actually wired in to make sure that it knows that it is correct. If you have any accessories, this is the point you could put those on. You can pick your Fahrenheit or your Celsius. You can pick your type of equipment, whether you have a furnace or a boiler. It does matter in the sense of all that setting means is it anticipates when to turn the thermostat on in relation to the set point temperature. Furnaces have a quicker response time to heating up the space. Boilers take a little longer. So if you set it to boiler and you had the thermostat set to come on at say 8 a.m., it might start at 7:30 so that at 8 a.m. the temperature is where you desire it. We're going to say we have a furnace. We're going to operate the fan. You can do it by thermostat or by the furnace. Go ahead and pick by the thermostat. That'll allow you to use the fan functions as well. When you get to this page, you can name your Ecobee. This is handy if you have multiple Ecobees and thermostats in the same house, or if you have one in your shop or your garage, you can link them all together and label them. So if you use the app on the phone, you can identify which one you're looking at. If you decide you wanted to pair some sensors for the averaging temperature and use that capability, this is where you do that. We are not going to pair any sensors today, so we're going to skip it. And then you can connect your Wi-Fi. At this point, that'll allow your thermostat not only to connect to the app on the phone, it will also go and get the weather data and the forecast and other options that it is capable of doing. We are going to skip the Wi-Fi setup at the moment. The current mode of your HVAC system, so this would be what you wanted in. We're in the heating mode. It's fall here, so we're going to set that. And then it'll ask you what your ideal temperature is. This is the temperature that you're most comfortable with. This changes from person to person depending on their own preferences. So we're going to set this one. It's already at 69. We're going to say that's fine. Our cooling, let's go ahead and we'll move that to say 74. So now it's going to use those two base temperatures as the starting point for operating the system. And we are in the US. It'll ask you your time zone. We're in mountain time here, so I'll go pick Denver. Set your time. And the date is November 14th, 2025. So it takes you through all those steps. It says our Ecobee is now ready. When we hit the finish button, it will go through and it will save all this all the inputs that we just had, and then it'll start operating. Okay, here on the main screen, you'll see some similarities to how the Honeywell's display. Your big temperature is the actual room temperature, and the smaller number is your desired set point for the room. To change that, we just select the set point temperature and pick our new one. And then it will hold that temperature. In this particular setting, it's going to hold it till 11:30 p.m. and then it'll default back to the original setting. If we want to change modes and actually go to cooling, we have the little kind of lines up on the right corner. We can go and pick the cool setting, go back, we're now in cooling. The cooling is now blue. If we want to change the set point of the cooling, same thing. Push the button and pick your desired set point. The other function that all the Ecobees have is an auto function. If you pick the auto function, then you can pick what you want for your heating temperature and your cooling temperature, and it'll automatically go back and forth between heating and cooling. The comfort settings are similar to the Honeywell as well. You can have a home setting, an away setting, and a sleep setting. Now, a few of the extra buttons here on the menu, down on the bottom, does have a air quality monitor. So when you're hooked to your Wi-Fi, it'll actually go to the weather stations and it'll read what their air conditions are and it'll report it there. You can set your fan modes, same as on the Honeywells and other products, to auto. It'll only operate when there is a call for heating or cooling. And when it's on, it circulates the fan every 15 minutes, or you can set it for different times. You can have it forever, indefinitely, or you can have it circulate for an hour every 24 hours or 2 hours every 24 hours. The microphone section, that is where you can link your home, smart home products, your Alexas and your Siris and all those. And then in our setting button, the one on the far right here, this is where you can register the product. You can get into some of the different scheduling modes, see what everything's set at. If you want to change it or make it different, you can go in and adjust things at that point. So the settings on the far right is where you really get into fine-tuning it to your preferences and what your home needs are.
That's going to be about it for today from us, guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video that we made for your thermostat needs and curiosities, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.